Chapter 254. Faria hurriedly replied, "Grandpa, please tell me what you want me to do." Lord Adair suddenly said, "I want you to make Mr. Anderson the son-in-law of the Adair family." "What?" Everyone present in the living room, including Faria, could only stare at Lord Adair in shock. At this time, Faria felt a burst of excitement in her heart. However, she was still very cautious and she said, "Grandpa, Mr. Anderson is already married." "So what?" the old man replied in a firm manner. "I don't care if he's already married or if he has many wives or mistresses. Even if he has a lot of children, we'll have to win him over. I want to have a son-in-law like him. If he is the son-in-law of the Adair family, then the Adair family business will definitely increase exponentially and will also be able to rise up the ranks among the other powerful and prestigious families. The Adair family will finally have the opportunity to become one of the most powerful families in the country." Faria hesitated for a moment, but she had a very strong expectation in her heart. After that, she looked at Lord Adair before she replied, "Okay, Grandpa. I understand." Lord Adair laughed before he said, "Good. Good. Good. If you get Mr. Anderson to become the son-in-law of the Adair family, I will make you the next head of the Adair family, Faria." Everyone was shocked when they heard Lord Adair's words. How could he give the position of the head of the Adair family to a woman? However, Lord Adair had just made her a promise. And he had never broken a single promise in his life. For the first time in their lives, all the members of the Adair family had their own thoughts about this matter. When Alex finally returned home, it was already 11 o'clock at night. As soon as he got into the house, he was surprised to see his whole family sitting in the living room with a solemn expression on their faces. When Elaine saw Alex, she started questioning him immediately. "Alex, where did you go? Do you know what time it is right now? How could you go out for so long? Do you still regard this as your house?" Alex was about to reply to Elaine's questions, but at this time, Emma suddenly frowned and said, "Mom." Elaine could not continue questioning Alex anymore. After Alex placed some vegetables on the table, he asked in a casual manner, "What are you guys talking about? Why do all of you look so solemn?" Trump asked, "Did you hear about the big news in Orris Hill today?" "What news?" "Kotuk Enterprise has already gone bankrupt because all the other companies have decided to terminate their partnership with the company. Moreover, all the creditors of the company also showed up at their front door today to demand for their money. The company went bankrupt overnight and they owe several $billion in foreign debt. The boss of the company, Jake Diesel, was so desperate that he jumped off a building today and he's now in a vegetative state." Alex acted as though he was completely unaware of this matter and he asked in surprise, "Oh? Really? That's so unfortunate." Trump shook his head and sighed before he said, "Jake Diesel used to be the most dominant figure in the real estate industry in Orris Hill. He used to be so rich and powerful. I wonder who he offended and why he'd actually end up like this. People like him deserve to go bankrupt," Emma replied with a cold expression on her face without an ounce of sympathy for a pervert like him who tried to take advantage of her. At this time, Elaine sighed as she said, "So, do you know how risky it is to start your own business, Emma? If you start losing money, you might also be forced to take your own life." After that, Elaine looked at Emma and said, "I think you shouldn't be starting your own business. The risk is too high. You should just return to work for Richard Group. Your grandmother has already promised me that she'll make you the director of Richard Group and you'll have a fixed annual salary then. Wouldn't that be much better than starting your own business?"